20th, 1965, the opening day of the 23rd World Championship Tournament in archery. From 23 countries, 170 men and women have assembled here in Vasteras, Sweden. Master archers competing for the title of Champion of the World. England, the United States, and many others are represented. As the archers come into place, the music comes to a halt, and the mayor of Vasteras welcomes the competitors. Then Mrs. Inger Firth, president of the Fédération Internationale de Tir l'Arc, officially declares the tournament open, and the teams march off the field, eager to get underway. But first, all equipment must be inspected to ensure safety, and that all the competitors abide by the equipment regulations of the FITA. All bows and arrows are checked carefully by the inspecting team. Because of their advanced design, American equipment has always attracted attention, and this year is no exception. Skill is of the utmost importance, but every archer knows his equipment must be the best and be kept in top condition. And now each archer is ready. The equipment has been inspected, the arrows marked with the competitor's name, and the targets assigned. Each archer's bow reflects his own individual characteristics and must be carefully tuned to his style of shooting. His arrows should be selected to shoot cleanly from his bow and must be uniform in weight and stiffness. The slightest inconsistency in an arrow can cost an archer many points. No practice is allowed on the tournament field, so after some last-minute advice and good luck wishes, the tournament is on. The tournament begins with the women shooting at 70 meters and the men at 90. Both American teams look good. The women are led by Vicki Cook, defending Lady Champion of the World, and Nancy Vonderheide, the 1961 champion, with Grace Amborski, Ellen Thornton, Ardell Mills, and Anna Medert completing the team. Joe Thornton, champion of the world in 1961, heads the men's team of Ben Walker, Alan Muller, Dick Tone, and George Frost. The World Championships are held every 2 years under FITA regulations. Contestants from member countries are chosen by means of qualifying tournaments, sponsored by their National Archery Association. Due to the growing popularity of the sport, archery again will be included at the Olympic Games to be held in Madrid, Spain in 1972. Competition from the start looks tough. This English archer has only one out of the bull, and that's from 90 meters. At the end of 36 arrows, Matti Haikonen is leading the men's division with Joe Thornton pacing the American men in 5th place, 14 points behind the leader. At the International Championships, 2 FITA rounds are shot, one on Tuesday and Wednesday, and one on Thursday and Friday. At the end of the first day, Matti Haikonen was leading the men's division with a score of 549. At the beginning of each day, the officials re-inspect every archer's equipment before getting underway. Although there are regulations governing both equipment and certain aspects of an archer's form, the tournament witnessed many different styles. Everyone, however, was being extremely careful. But where one characteristic may be good for one archer, the opposite may be better for another. Ben Walker, a time shooter, shows that the best scores don't always go to the archer who takes the longest. In the afternoon, when the targets were moved up to 30 meters, the American men began putting the pressure on. Dick Tone surprisingly moved into second place, followed by Joe Thornton in third and Ben Walker in fifth. At the beginning of the second FITA round on Thursday, Matty Heikkinen has a score of 1,175 and a lead of only 17 points over Dick Tone, with Joe Thornton close behind in third. The American team, however, is in first place in the team competition, 23 points ahead of Finland. The American women's team is in the lead also, but only 1 point ahead of Great Britain. Marie Lindholm of Finland is still leading the individual competition, with Grace Amborski only 7 points behind. After the finish of each end, the scorers inspect the target. Then, the archers come up to the targets to call their points and pull their arrows, after which the scorers mark the holes. Upon returning to the official's booth, each archer's score is retotaled and the leader's standings are revised. As the men move up to 70 meters, Hans Wright of Australia proves that he is still very much in the running. From the shooting line, it appears that he can't miss. And it turns out that he only has 1 out of the 10 ring. At the start of the final day, the Finns are still leading in both divisions. Today, the tournament will be televised throughout Europe. On the men's side, Matty Heikkinen is ahead of second place Joe Thornton by 40 points. His teammate, Marie Lindholm, is leading Schlebusch of South Africa by 34 points, and Grace Amborski of the U.S. by 36. At 50 meters, Joe Thornton puts a lot of pressure on Heikkinen and is closing the gap considerably. As the archers move up to 30 meters, everyone on the field feels the tension. Joe Thornton, in second place, has moved within 30 points of Heikkinen and is making every shot count. At 30 meters, the groups are so tight that one arrow is split down the middle. Heikkinen is holding up against Joe's pressure like a champion. And with 18 arrows remaining, he still leads by 28 points. Marie Lindholm is still ahead in the women's division, with Schlebusch in second place, and Grace Amborski now in fourth. The final and decisive arrows are released, and it's all over but the shouting. Once it's official, shouting there is, as Finland sweeps both titles. Matty Heikkinen becomes champion of the world, and Marie Lindholm, lady champion of the world. His bow and arrows laid aside, Heikkinen receives the congratulations due a winner. After the congratulations and official verification of the scores, the teams march back onto the field for the closing ceremonies. Marie Lindholm receives the medal for Lady Champion of the World, with Schlebusch and Riff, both of South Africa, finishing second and third. Grace Amborski was close behind in fourth place. The American women took the team honors, finishing just 18 points ahead of Finland, with Great Britain taking third. Matty Heikkinen happily accepts the medal, making him champion of the world, with second and third place honors going to Joe Thornton and Ben Walker of the United States. The American men took the honors in the team competition, with Finland a close second and Sweden in third. With the winners wearing their medals proudly, the archers march off the field, happy to be going home, but looking forward to Amersfoort, Holland in 1967. The site of the 24th World Championship Tournament in archery. This film of the 23rd World Championship Tournament in archery is a presentation of Easton Aluminum, manufacturers of fine aluminum arrow shafts, used by top archers around the world.